selector. Rewind selector. Rewind selector. Rewind selector. Rewind selector. Rewind selector.
I cannot believe we are at the end of 3D Experience World 2021 already. 4 fantastic days that were just as jam-packed and exciting as any other year. Today's theme was Connections to Relationships. And speaking as your host for the past 5 years, I think that could have been the theme for the entire event. I've always loved seeing the way people in Solidworks community greet each other like long-lost family members. And it was amazing that we still found a way to do it even at a distance. This year has taught us that connections make us strong, and the relationships we've built and nurtured make us stronger. Speaking of strong, wow. What did you think about the conclusion to work from home alone? Did you enjoy that? Any good make-believe story usually has a little bit of truth to it. You've all encountered difficulties in storing, sharing, and collaborating on design data, lack of access to IT, not having the right tools for the job. Those are the real CAD bandits. Kevin showed us how 3D Experience Works portfolio and some exciting new features in SolidWorks 2022 can help us tackle our challenges as we work from home alone. In today's general session, we learned about the many ways the designers and engineers that make up our audience interact with the software. Suchit Jain shared some wonderful news. SolidWorks is still everywhere. More than 6 million designers, engineers, students, makers, and innovators are designing and creating many of the things we see around us. And many of those users rose to the occasion during the COVID pandemic to retool factories to manufacture medical supplies or create better designs to rapidly 3D print PPEs. It is truly inspiring. Matt Carney and Tej Mattel were 2 of those customers who shared their stories. Matt leveraged the 3D Experience platform to connect hundreds of engineers to iterate and develop open source face masks that anyone can help improve. Tej addressed the need for better information sharing with all the various tests that are used to detect COVID. It is always great to see our Director of Education and Early Engagement, Marie Blanchard, on the stage. Today, she spoke with two well-known Solidworks engineers who took different paths on their engineering journeys. And they both continue to pay it forward to the workforce of the future in different ways. Eric Beatty teaches other users as a user group leader and through SlugMe, the world's largest Solidworks user group meeting. When he's not at his day job, Paul Ventimiglia is a fixture on the BattleBots TV show and mentors Cheesy Poof's first robotics team. It was fun to end general session with the panel from Nolan, Brent, and Ellis Bushnell and Grant Delgatti. I loved hearing the story of how Atari came to be and how Brent expanded on those lessons to develop 2-Bit Circus. How many of you spent hours as a kid trying to beat your high score in Asteroids? Well, Brent also talked about how he had to deliver different experiences during the pandemic than the ones we learned about a couple of years ago. All three talked about the need for failure as a part of the innovation process. But don't forget you can watch the replay by going to the agenda tab above in the virtual event platform. Once again, we have made it available for our attendees in Asia Pacific. I hope you took advantage of the meetups to connect with old friends and meet new ones. You can watch the replays of the meetups, but you won't be able to participate. I would recommend the chats with product definition and portfolio management team where attendees had questions answered about both SolidWorks Desktop and the 3DEXPERIENCE Works portfolio. Also be sure to check out the session with Jim Capobianco and his new stop-motion movie, The Inventor. Sharing your models of Leonardo da Vinci's designs could help the animators better understand how the mechanisms move and help turn Leo's ideas into reality. I hope you all had a chance to brush up on your skills at the technical sessions. With 137 sessions, there was definitely something for everyone. Designers and engineers, simulation analysts, and manufacturers using DelmiaWorks, ERP and MES, or CNC and CAM. All of this year's technical sessions will still be available for the next month or so through this virtual event platform. Speaking of skills, I hope everyone had a chance to test theirs in Model Mania this year. There were 3 different competitions. You could rise to the challenge using SolidWorks Desktop, or you could model with 3D Creator and 3D Sculptor for users and resellers. And we had a 3DEXPERIENCE platform challenge just for students. Let's go to Mark Schneider to see how it went.
Hi, Tracy, you're right. This year we had 3 Model Mania challenges. In the 3DEXPERIENCE Challenge, participants got to use the 3D Creator and 3D Sculptor roles to show off their design skills by creating components of a new custom motorcycle. Using the 3DEXPERIENCE platform, contestants chose to model everything from the wheels, fuel tank, headlight, handlebars, and many other parts, and add them to their own motorcycle, and then publish their designs to the 3DEXPERIENCE World 3D Swim community. Contestants with the most likes in the community were the winners. The 3DEXPERIENCE Student Challenge gave students the opportunity to use the 3D Designer for Education role to record a video of themselves speedrunning one of the previous year's Model Mania parts and sharing it to the student 3D Swim community. The participants were judged on both speed and accuracy. Both of these challenges leverage the 3DEXPERIENCE platform to model parts, and well, the 3DEXPERIENCE platform is a perfect fit for a virtual event like this year because the software runs in the cloud, the models are stored in the cloud, and the entries are made in the cloud. But the SolidWorks Challenge is different. For those of you who are not familiar with the Model Mania SolidWorks Challenge, it's a contest that's been held at World for the last 21 years, and here are the models from previous years. Contestants sit down in a private booth with a computer running SolidWorks and are given a part drawing that they haven't seen before, and they're asked to model the part, make changes to that part, and run a simulation. The models are gathered from the machines and graded on accuracy first, then on speed. Obviously, we couldn't do that in the virtual environment, so we had to evolve and expand. This year, that private booth is each contestant's own chair, using their own computer and their own seat of SolidWorks software. And to keep things fair, everyone saw the Model Mania 2021 drawing at the same time. The timer started when the drawing was displayed, and when the contestants submitted their model, the timer stopped. Just as in the past, parts are judged on accuracy first, then on speed. This year, the SolidWorks Challenge had one modeling phase. Just model the part, run a simulation, and submit the part online. Earlier today, we ran through the solution for the SolidWorks Challenge, reviewed some of the 3DEXPERIENCE Challenge creations, and announced the winners of all the Model Mania challenges. And without further ado, here they are, all 17 of our Model Mania champions. Congratulations to the winners and all the participants. And be sure to watch the replay of the Model Mania winners presentation to see the full solution and the announcement of the winners. Back to you, Tracy, for more about the 3D Experience Playground.
One of the parts of the playground we didn't really talk about yet is the 3D Experience Lab. There are over 20 videos showcasing how our program and the associated labs around the world honor their commitment to empowering makers and innovators globally. I learned about all kinds of collaboration with real-world impacts like the LN4 that was part of the 3D Experience for Good Hackathon last year. I also discovered interesting new ways of fabricating with new materials. The solid knitting machine from Japan was really innovative, and maybe another way to redesign the furniture in my apartment. The Deep Live imaging machine, which helps detect skin cancer, is an important project and just one example of the many startups the lab is helping to accelerate. There are also some great stories from the various Fab Labs around the world and the Fab Lab Academy, an intense and rewarding program that teaches everything you need to know about digital fabrication and helps makers realize their ideas and share their knowledge with their communities. There's another key aspect to the playground, the Dassault Systems booth. This year, it told the story of Square Robot and how 3D Experience Works scales with their growing business. This was just one of the several stories this week that helped to illustrate the many ways users could connect to the platform to make them more flexible and agile, and to connect with their ecosystem to foster better collaboration. And here is the event by the numbers. There are 5 product domains in 3D Experience Works' portfolio. 17 hardware and software partners, 20 feature speakers and general sessions, 40 meetups, 120 plus customer presenters, 137 technical sessions, 364 customers helping students in their career, and thousands of interactions. Don't forget to tune in to Solidworks Live for a post-show recap event on February 18th. With so much going on at this year's conference, it'll be good to check out the recap and see what you may have missed. A lot of things have happened since last year's 3D Experience World that none of us expected. But our engineering and design family was still able to come together digitally this year, build our knowledge, and strengthen our relationships and connections to one another, even if it was on a screen. So let's keep doing what we do best, solving problems, moving forward, and making the world a better place with our ideas and products. I hope to see everyone in person next year for another incredible 3D Experience World.